First and foremost, this is a procrastinator-friendly space. No judgments, and definitely no pull yourself together and get it done already. As someone who would prioritize that one TV series I've been dying to watch over a writing assignment, I believe that naturally I'm not in the place to talk about ways to beat procrastination. I'm Salma, and I'm a final year student in this major. My current GPA is 3.8, and I probably did 80% of all my assignments by procrastinating. So, that's why I'm going to talk about how I procrastinate but still manage to do well. So, there are 3 things that I always keep in mind. 1. Procrastination is the act of delaying a task, not the act of intentionally failing at completing a task well. You should always meet all the deadlines, but it's not just about getting it done. It's about that without sacrificing the quality of your work. Procrastination doesn't and shouldn't give you an excuse to half-ass your work. 2. Realize that even though you're putting off an assignment for a while, ideas can come to you anytime. So, while listening to a podcast, you can get some insights about the topic you're writing about. Or while going through Twitter trends, you can actually get some inspirations about what news and what event to analyze for your project. Collecting ideas and imagining how you would do your assignment actually help a lot in completing it quickly and effectively. 3. Know your capabilities well. So if you have an assignment that is due in a week, but you can't finish and perfect it in just 3 days, then you should probably start way earlier than usual. So let's say that you have a speaking progress test next week. If 3 or 2 days prior to the presentation you still haven't gotten your script in hand, you're practically doomed. Unless you're really good at improvising, while at the same time making sure that no words you utter are mispronounced. But also, keeping yourself calm and collected, because that timer can go off anytime, can it? So yeah, just know your capabilities and limitations well. Finally, I actually have made several attempts to stop procrastinating. However, it just didn't work for me, so I've learned to accept that an effective procrastination is just how I get things done. I should probably read more articles, but I just got this one season finale on my watch list, so I kind of have to go. Thank you for having me. I hope this is helpful. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, I'm Alashala, and currently I'm on my 4th semester in the study program. So, during my school year and continuing my college year, I've been encountering overthinking. The term itself refers to the thoughts in our heads that keep popped out and decided to stay for days, even weeks, and could drown us as in quicksand. Since I perfectly know it is hard to get rid of them, now I'm trying to help you how to overcome overthinking from an overthinker myself. Alright, so first thing first is self-awareness. Before you seeking how to cope with overthinking, it is crucial to noticing when overthinking occupies you. You can take a deep breath first, then identify your mind. Other thoughts keep coming back to your head, other thoughts keep looping without any resolution come, like what should I do with this assignment? Or why did I say that to my crush? If you feel the same way, then you're overthinking. Okay, next is put the stop sign. Overthinking is caused by fear of what might happen next. Therefore, the brain starts visualizing the negative thinking in your head. Yet, in reality, what's on your mind doesn't always determine what's going to happen. So, starting from now on, you can force your mind to stop evoking those fake scenarios and start thinking positively. You can tell your thoughts that no one will ever remember the embarrassing thing you did 5 years ago, or that it's okay to come earlier because perhaps God was keeping you away from bad luck. So let's change the perspective into what is right, okay? Okay, let's move on. Another way to help you shut down overthinking is obviously distracting yourself into a cloud of happiness. I believe that when you're all alone and doing literally nothing at all, you can feel the unnecessary thoughts are rushing coming to your brain. So that's why when you sense that, you can start distracting yourself by doing your hobbies, which can kill those thoughts. Doing what you love also increases your mood and makes you more positive. You may listen to your favorite band songs or watch your favorite rom-com movies, you know it. So do it, alright? Alright, and we come to the last point, which is to speak up. Well, you don't have to scream at the top of your lungs above the rooftop if you don't want to, but you can start talking to people you trust. Sometimes the bells keep ringing inside your head because you don't want to forget it, or you simply just can't. So rather than keeping it, you can tell them what's bothering you the most, because maybe, just maybe, they will find the light for you. Occasionally, after narrating the storm inside your head, you can feel the sense of relief. Though I understand it's pretty hard to open up to someone, but if you don't want to try, you may never know what might happen next, right? Alright, so I think that's all for me. I hope those tips will encourage you and all of the people to get up from that dreadful pond. Please kindly tell me your experience about overthinking and how to cope with it down below. Thank you for watching, happy trying, and keep treating people with kindness.
According to Britannica 2014, a behavior that is developed through repetition is called a habit. And there are bad habits that will hinder you throughout your life and good habits that will help you throughout your life. So specifically, are there any good habits that will help you during your college life? Good day everyone, my name is Raihan Faisal Pasha and I'm currently in my 6th semester in this study program, and in this occasion I will tell you 3 good habits to have in college life. So, the first good habit to have is remembering to take a break. During your college life, there are going to be a lot of assignments and study sessions, and it goes without saying that it will be tiring. Therefore, remembering to take a break is a really good habit to have. Well, what I mean by a break here is, for example, a short nap or a short sewing session in between activities. By remembering to take those breaks, it will also help you to stay fresh and increase your efficiency. However, it is important for you to remember that you should not have too many breaks, since if you do that, it will hinder you more than it will help you. The second good habit to have is making plans for your assignments. As I said previously, there are going to be a lot of assignments. Sometimes it's going to feel overwhelming. So what can you do? Well, making plans for assignments is one of the solutions. How do you do that exactly? You can start by making a priority list based on the difficulty of the assignment, the deadline of the assignment, and lastly, a rough estimation on how long will it take for you to finish the assignment. After that, you create a schedule. You put the hardest one on the days where you have a lot of free time, and you put the easiest ones on the day where you do not have a lot of free time. By doing that, it will help you to finish your assignments without the feeling of being overwhelmed. And the last good habit to have is allocating time for self-study. It goes without saying that studying is good for you, right? So why don't you study by yourself outside of the classroom? You can do that by reading books, watching videos, or practicing by yourself. I too sometimes have a self-study session. I sometimes watch linguistics videos on YouTube like the ones from Tom Scott, or read Merriam-Webster Word of the Day section to expand my vocabulary. Those 2 methods are the methods that I use the most, and it helped me a lot during my college life. All in all, there are bad habits and good habits, but I only recommend you to pick up only the good ones, as it will help you throughout your life, like the 3 habits that I have mentioned that will help you during your college life. That's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Good day everyone.
For all of the freshmen who just entered this study program, have you ever imagined that your campus life will be just filled by studying or even just creating your love story? Well, I suggest you to not only do those things because actually you can elevate your skills through these 4 activities. What are they? The first one is MBKM or Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. This program is held by Indonesian Ministry of Education and Culture, and you can take this program on the second year, or the 3rd semester. There are 8 activities that you can choose, such as student exchange, internship, research, humanity project, kampus mengajar, independent project, entrepreneurship, and also KKN thematic. Don't worry, this activity will be converted to some courses, so you just have to learn the rest of the courses in normal classroom. Last year, I took Kampus Mengajar, and my generation is the pioneer for that program. I could share my knowledge to the primary school students for about 10 weeks. The next one is taking part in an organization. This is the place where you can find various people with various characters while working together. For about 2 years, I joined ESA and learned many things. For example, in managing events and dealing with other people's point of views that might be different from me. But don't worry, you may try another organization outside campus, for example ISEC, as long as the organization isn't dangerous and has the right vision and mission based on your goals. The third one is competition or volunteer program. Do you like to compete fairly with others? Try some competition during your campus life. For example, Dubes Jabar, KDMI, Genre, and many other competition. You don't have to always take English competition. If you have the other abilities such as in sport, try to challenge yourself. But how if you just want to take a part in a volunteer program? That's also great. You can easily find many volunteer programs during this pandemic, such as in the fields of mental health, education, humanity project, and so on. And last but not least is try to earn some additional pocket money. If you have the ability to persuade others, try to build up your small business in selling goods or service. If you are talkative enough, you may try to be an MC in an event organizer. If you like to share your knowledge just like me, try to be a private teacher. I believe that those activities can increase our soft and hard skills. The additional pocket money is the bonus for our hard work. Okay, that's all the 4 activities that you can try to elevate your skills during your campus life. But don't worry, you don't have to pick all of them, just pick your cup of tea. Good luck!
Hello everyone, my name is Intan Eningtyas, and today I'm gonna be telling you how to survive and thrive as a freshman, because back then no one told me what to do and what to expect, and I wish someone told me, because it is a lot to come. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first one is that you have to acknowledge that college or university is a place of freedom. So you can literally be whatever you want, whatever you like, and be yourself. Therefore, if you have any interests or any hobbies that you are interested and would like to know more, but you are shy about it, there is always a place for that, and that is organization. So you can look up for organization, and if that organization suit you, you can absolutely sign in, and that way you can learn about your interests and being secretive about it so no one knows. And the next thing is that college is a perfect place for stepping out for your comfort zone. So for example, if you are starting to developing your confidence and you wanna speak up more and be more sociable, or you wanna be more sporty and wanna try something new about healthy lifestyle, but you don't want to have someone judge you, and college is perfect place for that, because you can literally practice about things that you are insecure about, and no one will judge you because no one knows about your backgrounds. So definitely give it a try, and just try new things, you know what I'm saying? And last thing is that, and probably the most important thing, is that you have to keep organized. And what I mean by that is the first thing you need to do is read, always read your syllabus that giving from your lecturers to you, because syllabus is everything. It has schedule of your tasks and also pop-up quiz, and it also has rules inside the class, and it also explain how your lecturer is going to give your score. So for example, some lectures have specific ways to give you a score. For example, participation is always different from one lectures to another, so you need to read that. And also, funny thing is, I used to not read my syllabus, and I didn't know that the next meeting that we have a pop-up quiz. So in that day, I just crushed it. I don't know, I didn't learn anything, so it was a bad memory, so don't do that. And I think that's all I have. And if you have any further question or you have different approach to doing this, definitely let me know in the comment down below. And don't forget to have fun. Yeah, so if any of this thing doesn't work out, just have fun, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
So, college. How would you describe your college life? Well, for me, it's like when you ride a roller coaster. You always feel all tensed up, waiting for the next drop or loop. Yet, somehow, it still feels very exciting. Hi, my name is Atira Jian Hairani, and I'm a sophomore year student majoring in English language and literature. In my almost 3 years of studying in college, it hasn't been easy. Well, maybe for some of you as well. We might go through our ups and downs, and yet we probably have a lesson or two that we can get from it. When I was in high school, there were always demands from the outside, from my parents, my teachers, and even my friends. They always pushed me to do better in class, to do all my assignments, to pay attention to my grade and all. Meanwhile, when I'm in college, there's absolutely no more demands from the outside. Everything is left up to me. Whether I want to go to class or not, do I want to do my assignments or not, or do I want to be an active student or not. College makes me realize that I'm the one who's driving the car. I'm the only one who's behind the wheel, and there's nobody else. My first semester far away from home was really hard. I've never felt so alone before, but then I realized that I was not alone. There are people who are the same as me, studying and driving far, far away from their hometown. And if they can do it, so I am. And from that semester, I learned the value of courage. I learned how to be more confident and independent to live alone and to take care of myself. And then the pandemic hits. Who wouldn't go upset that such incident could happen? And it turns out I can't even feel the real experience as a college student because of it. But from that, I realized that I should not take things for granted, that I should be more grateful and also appreciate to all of my surroundings while they last. And college may be difficult for some of you, but try to see the positive things that can benefit you as a human being, because not everyone can get an access to the opportunities that you have right now. So yeah, all in all, I think college is a self-discovery journey. It is the time for you to get to know yourself better, to prepare yourself for the real world. And I know it can be scary sometimes, but what you've done so far, I think is enough. And you don't have to be the best at everything, but hard work and dedication will make up for everything that you lack in natural ability. So yeah, keep on studying and thriving, as there are so many things life has in store for us. Goodbye!
Life in lockdown has been very challenging for many of us. Being self-isolated can not only lead to boredom, but to a feeling of unproductiveness. And while it's okay to not worry about productivity, it could also be a great time to gain a new skill. So why not learn a new language? Hi, I'm Shaida Falesa Zaga, and I'm an 8th semester student of this major. Ever since the lockdown started, and as I was getting bored of staying in, I started learning a few new languages to kill some time. Currently, I am learning Norwegian, Thai, and Mandarin. And learning a new language is a personal matter for me. So if you ask me, what is the easiest language to learn? I would just say start with the one you want to speak right away. So, what are my key takeaways for learning a new language in the middle of a lockdown? First things first, it is important to know what language you're going to learn, because you're going to need to have access to a wealth of resources to try and experiment with them from the start. Many of them are available online for free, so you just need to find the best technique and tools that match your own learning style. For visual learners, such as myself, Duolingo is one of the best resources there is. The second thing you need to do is practice. Listen to music in the language you're learning. Find some songs that you like and try to understand or even translate the lyrics. Another entertaining way is by watching films or series. That way you can get to grip with new words and immerse yourself in the culture. When you're watching, make sure you listen in the native language and then add in some English or Indonesian subtitles, because the more you listen and familiarize yourself with the language, the easier it will be for you to understand it. You can also join online communities to practice your speaking, as well as speaking to any of your friends who might be natives of the language you're learning, so that you can ask for help when needed. Last but not least, have confidence. Remind yourself that it's perfectly normal to make mistakes, or even use the incorrect grammar while you're still learning. Don't be afraid to say whatever you can and try to create sentences. There's nothing wrong with getting something wrong, and making mistakes is the best way to learn. And before you know it, your life will be even more exciting when you can communicate with the locals. I hope my talk helps encourage you to get started with learning a new language. Don't forget to take a break once in a while and have fun. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, my name is Fauzia and I'm currently on my 6th semester on the study program. So it's been more than a year since we are caged in our home and forced to attend classes virtually. Do you still have a hard time adjusting to this online situation? Well, I did for the first couple of months. I had a very hard time taking notes during the class and also doing the assignments. Until I found 3 applications that can help me out during online classes. And those 3 are really accessible and most probably sitting nicely on your PC or smartphone right now. So I figured out I need to tell you guys about this, so we all can have a nice, comfortable online class. So here we go, the 3 must-have applications to help you out during online classes. The first application is called Microsoft OneNote. This application helps you to take notes during online classes. The application provides divider, the same kind as a tab divider on your regular binder, so that each course has its own space. The application also allows you to customize the layout and the fonts according to your desire, and there are tons of other functions that you can use. The best thing about this app is that it is so organized because it gathers all of your notes in one place, so it will help you to stay focused during your study. And I personally love this application so much, for this application is the reason why I can still keep up with my study. And that's the first application, the Microsoft OneNote. The second application is called TickTick. It's a popular to-do list application, which I think everyone needs to try. The application helps you to list down and organize your assignments based on the due dates and the types of it. The application gives reminders for your upcoming deadlines, so you won't miss any of it. TickTick also provides a calendar feature, so you can organize how you would like to work on your assignments based on your schedule. Not to mention that the application is fairly simple and easy to use. That's the second application, TickTick. The last but not least is the alarm. Yes, that clock icon is a massive game changer if you utilize it well. Use it to literally everything, be it to remind you that the class is starting soon, to stop procrastinating and do your assignments, and you can also use it during your exams, so that you won't have to worry about submitting them late. Set tons of alarm as you wish, as long as it helps you to stay on time. And that's the third application, the alarm. And there you have it, the 3 must-have applications to help you out during online classes: the Microsoft OneNote, TickTick, and Alarm. I think these 3 are the best combination for online classes, so don't forget to check them out on your device and use them well. Let's have a comfortable online class, everybody. That's all from me. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.
Have you ever feels like losing your breath or want to give up in the middle or generally during your semester? Well, I've been there too. But believe me, don't give up. Because here, I'm going to share with you how to survive a semester. Well, I'm Fanny, a final year student of English Language and Literature, and through this video, I'm going to talk about strategy to apply when you prepare a new semester. It may take some effort at first, but it's worth it. So here we go, the first step. Read the syllabus thoroughly. This is the most important step to do. In the syllabus, essential information such as the course learning outcome, the evaluation or grading policy, and the course outline are presented. This information will guide you going through the class for the whole semester. For example, by understanding the course learning outcomes, you will get insight of what your lecturer expects you to gain after finishing the class. Whereas in the grading policy section, you will see how the lecturer will evaluate you for the class and how an assignment has an effect on the overall score. Okay, let's moving on to the second step, listing up your tasks. In this step, I usually write down all the tasks that I have to do for the class. Writing them down always helps me remember and organize them more easily. I usually write down the type, the percentage of assessment, and the approximate due date of each task. You can use your notes for your list, or you may also use scheduling applications such as Google Keep and Google Calendar, which you can use for free. And this is the last step. The third step is setting up your priority. So after listing up all the assignments, you will get insight on how to do them. I usually group those assignments into 3 groups based on their urgency. The first group is the assignments you can do later. The second one is the assignments you must do now. And the third one is the assignments you should do in stages or by a small amount at times. So by doing this step, hopefully your semester will run more smoothly. And the last thing I want to say that what you should keep in mind is that these 3 steps will only be a strategy which cannot be successful without the practice and determination. So the success of this semester is still in your hand. And what I want to say is the most important thing is to be consistent and determined for your work. So I think I've covered up my points. I hope this strategy will help you going through the upcoming semester. So good luck and bye-bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Siti Fajriani Dahlia. You can call me Nida. I'm currently a sophomore in English Language and Literature study program. Today I would like to share a little bit with you guys, especially for those of you who are freshmen, my simple assignment tips. So grab your paper and pen, take notes because this might be helpful for you. Alright, the first tip is making a study playlist. For me, listening to instrumental music when I do my assignments helps me to stay focused and puts me in a good mood. So for those of you who also enjoy listening to music when you do your assignment, I suggest you making your very own study playlist. And if you are using Spotify, I would like to recommend you some playlists like Just for Study, Lo-Fi Beats, Peaceful Piano, and Peaceful Acoustic to accompany your study session. Okay, moving on to the second tip, which is making an assignment format. This is a very simple trick that has been very useful for my study. All you have to do is open your Office Word and change the font style and the font size to Times New Roman with size 12, then set it as default. After that, you can write your name, your class, your student's ID, and the name of the course that you're taking, and save it. Very simple and easy, right? Okay, moving on to the third tip, which is bookmarking important websites. This is another very simple and easy trick that I can assure you will come in handy. I personally bookmarked websites like Spot and Google Classroom, of course, because we're having online classes at the moment. And then dictionaries to help me find words that I'm not familiar with. And then thesaurus.com to help me find synonyms when I want to paraphrase some sentences, for example. And then Purdue Online Writing Lab to help me find references format in case I forget. And many other websites that are also very important when I do my assignments. Okay, I guess we are left with the last tip, which is checking grammar. I always make sure to check my grammar every time I do my assignments. And the application or the website that I use to do this is Grammarly. Now, Grammarly is a good application, but you have to be very careful when you use it because it is not always precise. So I personally only use it to correct any minor mistakes like spelling, conjunctions, or simple tenses. So yeah, be careful when you use it. Alright, I guess that's all I can say for my simple assignment tips for freshmen. I hope you find this video helpful. Then I'll see you around. Bye!